Wait a minute, y'all.
Sounded like it's Sherry. Sounded like it's Sherry.
Your boy done switched up on you.
Sounded like it's Sherry. Sounded like it's Sherry. Sounded like
A
it's
lying to
Sherry.
me. And I know you lying.
Sounded like it's
Period.
Hello to you all. I would like to say welcome to you all for being here, even though I do know that it's under the light of an exposure video, and you guys want to know what I have to say. First thing, I would like to apologize to my legion. I apologize to each and every one of you guys for this situation, and I'm going to tell my side of the situation, and I'm going to be honest about what I did and express to you what I did not do. Okay. This video is not to call anyone a liar. It is not to invalidate what has been said. That is not what this video is about. In the beginning of the video, it is my intentions to put the definition of a legion and what it means to me. For you guys that feel like the legion, in the Bible, I do know that legion is a form of something demonic. I do. However, legion means a multitude of people. The definition to legion means a multitude of people. That's what it means, and that's what you guys are. You're a multitude of people that care, that love, that support me to the fullest day to day, and I love you guys so much for that. I truly do. But let's get to the facts at hand. You guys, first of all, to everyone that chose to take their time to come to Atlanta, all the channels that went out of their way to celebrate my birthday with me, first of all, thank you. Second of all, I apologize that this experience wasn't pleasurable for you all. I certainly apologize for that, you guys. It was not my intentions to hurt, demean, or attack any of you all. That wasn't the plan. I invited each and every one of you guys because I have a genuine care for you, and I made some mistakes. I made some bad judgments, and in those judgments, I have to explain myself. I understand that. So, first thing first, Prissy P, I would like to apologize to you for being inconsiderate of your time, for making you feel that the reason that I invited you was because I was trying to get close to B-Love. That wasn't the truth. It isn't the truth, and I am sorry if I made you feel that way, or I am sorry that it seems as if that is the truth. That isn't the truth, Prissy. I do think that what you done out of a genuine concern and care for others. I really do. I do feel that in the situation, a lot of things were taken out of context, and they appear to make me seem like a person that I'm really not. Okay. Yesterday, in the beginning, I was emotional. I was mad. I was upset because I do know in my heart that the things that I did do were misjudgments, and they were mistakes. They were. However, I will say that there were several things in this situation that simply were not true. They just weren't true. I would like to say to everyone, I apologize for the ripple that I and my actions have caused in the mukbang community. I definitely love this community, and I hate that I have disrupted the flow of what we have going on. I love so many of you guys, and the ones of you that did come to my IG or in the comments that truly supported or support me and gave me the opportunity before you pass judgment to make this video to tell you my side of the situation. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to go into detail about a lot of things. I'm going to surface tell you the reason why, in my opinion, I feel that these things weren't done maliciously. They weren't done to clout chase. They weren't done to hurt others. They weren't. First off, Prissy, like I said, I was not trying to get next to you to get next to Be Love's life. Before I go any further, each time that I make it to these people, I would like to offer an apology to Be Love because she was pulled into this and that wasn't fair. A lot of the things that I said were definitely taken out of context, and but Prissy, I literally last year already had established a relationship with Be Love's Life, Steph and Tasha, Simply Food by TY, Cuzzo AB. My relationship with them, whatever it was already established prior to me inviting you to Atlanta. There was a collab that was scheduled between myself and all of them at some point, and those things fell through for whatever reason that they did. And with them falling through, I took them in stride, and I did not harass any of these people concerned about a collab. I genuinely have a love and care for each of these channels. I really do. And I definitely did not mean in any form or fashion to bring harm, to make it seem as if these channels aren't, I don't know the right words to say in this particular situation, but I definitely did not mean to bring a negative connotation to anything that was said toward Be Love's Life, Steph and Tasha, which are the two that I think is said that I am, or that I had bad things to say. Like I said, I had collabs already scheduled with each of these individuals, and when they did not come to pass, I did not harass these people. I did not make a big deal out of the collabs not going as planned. I never text any of them basically making it a big deal about the collabs. I did not do that. My channel has had great success, but it has had great success because of my own work ethic and my own person. Okay. Sure, Be Love's Life has helped me as well as she's helped many of us. She has. I done her challenges. I done Steph and Tasha's challenges. I really am grateful for the walls and the barriers that they have broke down for us all of us. They have. There's probably not one mukbanger that can say that they haven't benefited or they haven't grew from Be Love's Life, and Steph and Tasha probably as well. These are two huge channels, and I certainly apologize to them that anything that I said was taken out of context or simply not repeated or said or passed from person to person the way that I said them and they were intended to be known or heard. Okay. I would like to say in full disclosure, not an excuse, that I'm not making an excuse, you guys. I really am not. The things that I am being accused of, there's a multitude of them that are not true. They're simply just not true. The thing that was said about Face Squad is simply not true. I'm not calling anyone a liar. I'm taking ownership for what I did, but I will have to state what I did not do. And I did not say anything negative about Face Squad. I did not. Another part of the situation that I need to clear up is Keycam and the fam. They were brought into this as well, and I was said to be dogging them behind their backs about challenges that they start and could not finish. You guys, I will admit, the words that were said that I said about Keycam and the fam were correct. I did say those words, but they did not have a negative connotation to them. When Keycam and the fam came to Memphis for Pop's birthday to visit and spend time with me, we had a wonderful time. We really, really did. And we did a heat challenge with some hot sauce that Pops and Cam, Key, and Mama Cinnamon brought with them. When we did the challenge was extreme, and no one actually did well with the challenge other than myself and a young man that did the challenge with us as well. Everyone else simply, they just couldn't handle the intenseness of the hot sauce. Okay, so that particular thing, because it was basically the funnest thing that had happened on the entire trip, is talked about a lot between the people I know, the people that are in communication with me. We discuss that challenge and how it went quite often. I did say in a boastful manner that Keycam and the Pam brought this hot sauce, and it was their challenge and they couldn't do it. I did say that in a boastful manner, I did, but it was not said in a negative connotation toward Keycam and the fam. It was said in a boastful manner from myself that they couldn't handle the heat as I could. It wasn't said to be demeaning to them, and I am so sorry that the words that I said were displayed to be negative in that manner, because that wasn't the case. Now, the big thing about this whole situation, it seems to be the driving force to my negligence and my disappointment to some people, was because of my birthday trip to Atlanta. Okay, you guys, in all honesty, the trip to Atlanta got started off kind of shaky because of some issues that I had here at home. I want to say that I did tell Trey and Nene that I would be there at 12 p.m. That is the truth. I did tell them that. However, when I did tell them that, I was not under the impression, and I did not know that Trey and Nene were going out of their way to accommodate everyone that was coming for my birthday trip. That is the truth. I was not aware of that. At some point during the time, Trey did make it known to me that their plan was to accommodate all of us coming, and that it was okay for us to come to his home and record. Okay. With that being said, I did not know that Prissy P was at Trey's home waiting on me. I did not know that. I did communicate with Trey throughout the day, and it wasn't his responsibility to let me know that Prissy was there, because I could have communicated better with Prissy myself. I could have. I'm not trying to place blame for what happened on Trey. I'm really, really not. I think Trey is a really, really cool guy. I think that there has been some things that have been said to him or about him in my name that, once again, are simply not true. They're just not true. Okay, but you guys, the trip got started off rocky due to some issues that I had here. Some things that I needed to do to my vehicle prior to me leaving that I overlooked before I got ready to go on my trip. I wasn't able to get those things done in a timely fashion, so I left and went to Atlanta. I did arrive in Atlanta around 2:00 p.m., maybe 2:30. This year was the first year that my husband and I haven't had Llips, my daughter, for Christmas. This year she was with her mother for Christmas, and she was already in Atlanta when we traveled there. When I got there and picked her up, I had ordered t-shirts as like the one that I have on. I had ordered t-shirts for us, and due to the fact that the people that were making the t-shirts from me weren't scheduled to be in Atlanta until 8 o'clock p.m. that night, and my plan, because I didn't really bring clothes I did bring clothes for myself, but I didn't really bring clothes and the appropriate things that my child needed for the function. I didn't, because I had ordered the shirts, and I knew all she would have to have is bottoms and, with the shirt, the Llips shirts on, and she would be fine. However, when I got there, her hair wasn't done, and I did go to a African braiding shop in Atlanta to get her hair braided. And while I was there in this particular same place, which is a flea market that was suggested to myself by Trey and Nene, and I had some more shirts made while I was there while she was getting her hair braided. Me not being there when I said I wasn't going to be there was totally my fault. It was totally my negligence to my word of what I said that I was going to do. However, these things were not done out of me feeling that I was above anyone, or that I had delusions of grandeur, that the Llips channel was so important that these people could just wait on me. That was not where my heart was. My heart was simply that this was my child, and I wanted to present her in the best manner that I could when she met these people, because she watches these people on YouTube. She does. And I did communicate with Trey throughout the day. I didn't just leave them there and, just was flat out absent. I did not communicate with them as well as I should have, and I did not communicate with them professionally so that they knew that this was going on. But you guys, that's actually what was going on, the truth about why I wasn't there. I was taking care of my child. When I got there with my child, because she wasn't home for Christmas and she was with her mother, she hadn't even opened up her Christmas gifts when I made it there to her. So when I got there, even though I did invite all of these channels to celebrate my birthday with me, it was Christmas for my family, my husband and my child and myself. I probably should have communicated that better and been transparent and let them know that my plans had changed, because now I was catering to her, because it was like December the 25th for my family. Okay. I know this still seems selfish, and it still seems as if like I could have done better. I am admitting that I could have, and from the bottom of my heart, I do apologize. To the things that were said that were inappropriate to Flavor Eats, I once publicly apologized to her, and I still stand by my apology that Flavor, I am sorry. I did not mean to offend you in any manner. I'm not drinking. I'm not blaming drinking alcohol on my actions. That is not what I'm trying to do. I was inebriated. That is the truth. And because of the closeness of Flavor Eats and myself, I went too far and said some things that were hurtful. Okay. I do not condone even myself saying things to women or men, to anyone that is disrespectful or harmful. And for that, I apologize. I truly know that I had some lapses in judgment. But you guys, that's what it was. It was lapse. It was a lack of good judgment. That's the way to say it. I apologize to each and every one that was there. Some of the things that were said that I did and said just weren't true. However, I do understand with the things that were said, they were said out of my mouth. The words did come out of my mouth, but they weren't said to be negative toward anyone. Steph and Tasha, when it comes down to them, before I go there, let me clear this up. There was something that was said that intensified the situation that I was trying to use Prissy P to get to Be Love. There was a situation that was discussed about a meet and greet that I was planning on having in Memphis, Tennessee. And I did say the words that, and this particular meet and greet was for all of the mukbangers that were here from Memphis, because there is quite a few of us here. I do apologize to you all in my city for my actions and for the negative impact that this particular situation has on us as a people, because Memphis is a beautiful city, and there are beautiful people here. There really, really is. And I did not mean to say that things are acceptable here in Memphis that aren't acceptable anywhere else in the context that it seems that it was. I was simply trying to say that Memphis is a rough place to live. Especially when you live an openly gay, homosexual lifestyle. Memphis is a pretty rough place. I was saying what I said about Memphis, not to say that the people here from Memphis are represented by the actions that I were taking, but just that people from here are a little tougher and not as sensitive as people may be in other places. That does not excuse what I done and what I said. I have no problem with being wrong about what I done and what I said. If I done it and I said it, those things are true. Which brings me to, like I was saying about the meet and greet. The words that were said, that I said that if I, or that I knew that if I could get Prissy involved, that it would, so to speak, validate the meet and greet, and that we would be able to pull a larger crowd, and Be Love's Life name was included in the crowd that I was trying to get here for this particular event to make it great. That is true. I did say that, but it wasn't meant to say, you know, I'm going to use Prissy to get Be Love here, because you guys, my relationship with Be Love's Life was already established. We already were in communication, you know, through the, through her doing the hot sauce. I did have her phone number. I could have reached out to her and asked her personally to be involved in my meet and greet, just like I did when I, you know, contacted her about coming to my birthday party. That is my fault. I did say that. But my intentions behind it were good. It was to bring light on Memphis and the mukbangers here, and us all share in a meet and greet to expose Memphis as a, you know, like a force in the mukbang community. It was not meant maliciously, but I do have to tell you in all fairness and honesty that I did say that. That is something that I said. I would also, now I need to, Steph and Tasha, it's been said that I said that I did not like them. That is simply not the truth. Well, let me take that back, because the words that I said, because I did say some words, and I'm going to tell you what I said, and those words could be taken out of context, and that is my fault. For one, I probably should have just kept it to myself. At this point, I know I should have just kept it to myself. But I was merely explaining to someone or people that I connected with Tasha, and that not so much with Stephanie. It wasn't to say that I did not like Stephanie. It was merely to say that my connection was with Tasha. Just like any couple's channel, it doesn't matter whom it is. People are going to, they're going to, like they say, Team Tasha or Team Stephanie. Well, I was Team Tasha, and I made that clear that I was Team Tasha, but never did I put a negative connotation on not liking Stephanie. That was not what I did. If I did it, you guys. And as I say to you every day, go on and take it for the team. That's what I'm doing right now. I have to fall on this sword because, you guys, these things did come out of my mouth. They were said, but they weren't said in the light that it is being presented to you. Say it that way. In all fairness, a host of these things that are being said about me are true. They are true that I did. Those were my actions and those were my words, but they weren't my actions and my words in a negative connotation. That was not what that was. It just simply wasn't. I am super, super sorry to you all if you feel that I let you down. I did not mean to do so, and I'm only here to explain that the picture that is being painted right now is not who I am. That is not my spirit. I do not feel like that I am better than anyone. I do not feel like that others are the blame for my inadequacies or my ignorance at the time. Never would I want to blame my own actions and my own mistakes on anyone else. To Centon Mo, the Smith Bunch, Prissy P, Flavor Eats, Fritz Family Entertainment, who else was there? Naisha May, Bougie Bites, Marquise Hilson, Carter's Eats, Trey and Nene, everyone that was involved in this trip, I truly apologize to you all. I let the circumstances of what I had going on interfere with my professionalism, and I allowed it to bring harm to you in some type of way. One way or another, I did. I apologize to you guys for that, and I hope in the future that I can do things in a different manner to make you understand that I'm not a negative person, that I'm not a person that sits around and talks about people behind their back. That is not whom I am. It just simply is not. In this particular case, I did say things about people, but they weren't said the way that it's being presented. Yes, the words came out of my mouth, but that's not the way that they were being presented. To clear up another issue about this, it was an issue where obviously now everything is out in the open. So when we left when we left Atlanta, the next day Trey called me and he was upset. And he didn't call me to ask me if I had said these things. He called and accused me of saying these things. And truthfully, honestly, what he called me about and said that I said was not the truth. I did not say that Trey only called me to get everyone to his home to brag on his home. Those words never came out of my mouth. They did not. So in that fact, and also in his video, I think that they're under the impression that the words that I did say, the words that did come out of my mouth, were said after I came to Atlanta, and they were hospitable to me, that they hosted this for me, and I didn't show my appreciation correctly. Trey and Nene, I am very, very happy and grateful for you guys' hospitality and what it is that you've done to help me celebrate my birthday. I appreciate you guys so much. That was so kind-hearted of you. Thank you for that. And if you realize, in my video when I did the apology video, if you would like to review it, or if you have seen it, in that video I said that if you say the words that I said, I have no problem with that, but I cannot apologize for you saying words that I did not say. Okay? I did not say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track here. I think that they're under the impression that what I did say was said after I left Atlanta, and that's not the situation. The words that I did say, I said them prior to us leaving Memphis, according to the person that said that I said them. I do remember having this conversation with the person. However, once again, the words that I said weren't meant to be a attack on Trey and Nene. They were simply my opinion. That's it. I understand that to most, you may feel like that was talking behind their back, but everyone is entitled to their opinion. And I didn't say anything super harmful about Trey. I did not. I didn't. I was speaking out of basically just talking with people that I felt were friends. And I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying that in these conversations that myself were having with these people, it wasn't a situation to where Llips was just being dishonest and backbiting and just talking about people. That wasn't that. These things were said within conversations that were being had, and I did state my opinion about some things, and those opinions that I had, I did express these opinions to Trey when we were in Atlanta. Trey, what I said about you to this particular person prior to me coming to Memphis was simply what I said to you when you asked me in Atlanta, what did I think about you and Nene's channel, and what did I think would help you guys. The word bragging was a part of my conversation, but it wasn't said to say that you were going to be bragging on your home or any of your possessions at all. It was just me saying that I felt that you were a braggadocious person, okay? I did say that, and I did say that I felt like that in your videos that you overtalked Nene, and that I felt like that it was cutting off a part of your audience, because there would be a lot of people that came to your channel that were only there for Nene. Trey, those are things that I said to you when I was in Atlanta, and that is what I said about you to this particular person. No more and no less. I was still wrong in what I said, because I do understand now that me saying that did put me, my words put me in a position to where it looked as if like I was backbiting and being two-faced towards you, but that really wasn't the case, because I only said what I said to you in Atlanta. And I accept responsibility for that. That was wrong, because I had said those things to you, and I should have allowed that to rest right there where it was. And between you and I should not have repeated that again to other people, period. Nothing else to be said about that. I made that mistake. It was wrong. Okay. When it comes to the fact of me saying that I was using B Love's life to sell my hot sauce, I'm not exactly sure where this particular thing came from, because I know that's not what was in my heart. That's not what was in my heart, you guys. Like I said, I already had a collab scheduled with B Love that was pretty much already on the books. It was just about the availability of her to do it, okay? When we went to Atlanta, B Love did do the hot sauce review, and it was a tremendous success, and it was a true blessing to me and my family. It truly was. The hot sauce was doing pretty well independently already. It truly was. It was already doing pretty well independently, and however, I'm super thankful for what B Love did for me, but I cannot take accountability for saying that I was using B Love's life to sell my hot sauce. I cannot take accountability for that, you guys, because I simply didn't say that. I'm not calling anyone a liar. I'm not saying that anyone else's truth is not what they perceived anything that I said to be. I'm simply saying that I did not say that. There was also a point that was made that was said that I said that if B Love's life, because I did know that B Love was going to be in Atlanta the following week because she had told me. And I do remember expressing to Prissy that me and B Love had a conversation that morning because she was calling to check on the hot sauce and seeing how well things were going. I do remember having that conversation with Prissy, but you guys, come on now. You guys know my work ethic. You know I put up videos 7 days a week, and we all know that anything that is B Love is going to produce a fruitful outcome. So I can't fathom even thinking twice in my mind that if B Love called me the following week and said, Lips, I'm ready to collab with you, that I wasn't going to go. I was going to burn the highway up. That's just the truth for what it was. I already go to Atlanta once a month anyway. Atlanta is only about 5 hours away from me, and I know in my heart for sure that if B Love's life had said come collab the following week, that is a trip that I would have made. So I can't show a true understanding or accountability for that, because I know that's not what was in my heart, and I know that definitely was not in my mind. B Love, once again, I'm so sorry that my words were used to bring you any type of negativity or any type of put you in some more mess. You've done well for this community, and I appreciate everything that you've done. Once again, to my Legion, I apologize to you all. I really, really do. I just wanted to come and let you guys know that I do take accountability for the things that I said. I do take accountability for the actions that I displayed in Atlanta. But these things weren't done out of me feeling like that I was any better than anyone else, or that I was a god, or that I had delusions of grandeur. They were simply because it was Christmas for my child and my family, and I should have been grown, responsible, and forthcoming, and letting you guys know that this is what was going on in my life at the time, and that this was important that I spent this time with my daughter in spite of me already inviting you guys. Like I said, it was a lapse of judgment. I apologize. I hope you all can find it in yourself to forgive me, and I apologize for that. I really, really do. Because it was not my intentions to be hurtful or arrogant or, like that to anyone. I certainly apologize to the community. You guys, this is a tough situation for me and my family. But I had to do what was right, and that's admit what I done wrong. For the things, like I said, about Face Squad, or the thing about the whole situation with Keycam and the fam being taken out of context, the things about B Love's life and Steph and Tasha that were taken out of context or simply not said, because some of those things I just simply did not say. At this point, there is really no reason for me not to take accountability for the things, because the video is out there. But those particular things, I just simply did not say. I simply did not say. To the Smith Bunch, you guys were harmed, and because of the way that you have explained how you felt about my actions, I am super sorry to you guys. I did not mean to make you guys feel uncomfortable. And I will say that with everyone, especially the Smith Bunch, I had no clue that you guys were uncomfortable. When we came from Prissy's hotel room that night, you guys had made it to the hotel prior to me getting there. And when I got there, you came and got me, and we went outside myself, you, and your friend, and we had a conversation. There were some things that were said that I said about all men, or wanting to do things or have homosexual tendencies. That is not the words that I said. The words that I said is that in order for a man to decide not to have or do homosexual activities with a man, he has to think about it. Indeed, those are the words that I said. I did not put any type of expressed opinion on that all men have homosexual activities with other men. I did not say that. I said, because the conversation was led toward you guys saying that you've never thought about having sexual activities with men, and I said that could not be true, because in order for you to decide not to do homosexual things with a man, you had to think about it. That's what I said. Those were my words. But when I made it to the hotel, D, you guys had made it there before me. When I made it there, D, you came and got me out of the hotel, and I, and your friend sat outside for over an hour, and we did talk. And even though some of those words that I said were also taken out of context, I did have this conversation with you. And, but I said that to say, I do not remember putting my hands on you. If I did, I certainly apologize. Those actions were incorrect. No one should be putting their hands on anyone at any time. And I would like to make sure that I say to you guys, I did not put my hands on Flavor Eats. I did not put my hands on Prissy P. I did not put my hands on Jazz from Fritz Family Entertainment. I did not put my hands on anyone. I did not. But I had no clue that you guys were offended, because like I said, D, you came and got me, and we did have this conversation that lasted over an hour. And then after us having this conversation, when we went back in the inside to join the others, you and your wife both came to my room, and you guys sat in my room, and we talked and laughed and had fun. Well, at least fun to me and the party that was in my room with me. I had no clue that you guys were uncomfortable or that it was a problem because of that fact. When we left from Prissy's hotel, if you guys were offended, I would have known it, because, like I said, D, you came and got me, and we, had our conversation, and we spent about an hour together. And then you guys came to my room, and you sat there with me for basically 2 hours. So I had no way of knowing that you guys were uncomfortable, or that I had made you feel uncomfortable in any kind of way. So, but since you say that I did, I would definitely apologize about that. I am sorry. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else or anyone else that I need to clear up my actions and what it is that I say, but I do say to you guys, I humbly apologize for the mistakes and the actions that I made. I apologize for that. And these actions and these things will not happen again. I'm going to just make it about the food, you guys. I'm just going to make it about the food. I really am. I'm still going to give you and show you my heart. I'm still going to be mean, because that's generally who I am. But I'm going to make it about the food. I am. So, I appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys for at least waiting until because so many of you said that I'm not going to pass judgment. I'm going to wait until I hear your side. And I appreciate you for that. For the ones of you all that, did crucify me, or did feel like that these things were done in a malicious manner, or that I am really just this brute and dishonest and hurtful person, I hope that you can find a way to understand that these things weren't done out of malice. They weren't done out of me intentionally trying to inflict pain on anyone. That is not why this was done. This was simply, I said words that were repeated not in the way that I said them. That's it. So with that being said, you guys, I will be returning tomorrow with you a mukbang. I will, and I'm going to work. That's what I'm going to do. I'd appreciate it if you all could find a way to at least understand that I do accept ownership for what it is that I've done and said. I do. I really, really do. And I guess I'll see you later. I'll see you guys in the morning. Once again, I love you all. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.
Like a cherry.